The program today, we shall be looking at the 2027, the proposition for 2027 Electoral Act as proposed by the National Assembly. Yes, this Electoral Act have a lot of things that Nigerians will be very much happy to see come to reality, and that will go a long way in shaping our democracy if what is obtained in that Electoral Act is something to be reckoned with, and if the leadership or the government will actually uphold or allow the Independent National Electoral Commission to be independent to carry out the election come 2027. Yes, the Senate have actually proposed a tougher penalties for vote buying ahead of the 2027 polls. Yes, let's give you a rundown to the story so that we can have get to know what is obtained in that Electoral Act. The Senate, like I said, have proposes tougher penalties. Opeyemi Bamidele, the Senate leader, says the National Assembly has proposed tougher penalties for vote buying and other electoral offences ahead of the 2027 general election. In a statement issued on Monday to mark the resumption of the plenary by the 10th National Assembly, the Senate leader said the proposal are contained in Electoral Bill 2025 currently under consideration by the legislature. He said, and I quote, "With respect to the vote buying, the sanction range from a fine of 5 million naira to a 2-year imprisonment and a 10-year ban from contesting election." That's according to Bamidele. He said the bill will also recommend mandatory jail term and higher fines for offences such as result falsification and obstruction of electoral officials. Bamidele said the provisions are aimed at eliminating impunity and strengthening the credibility of Nigeria's electoral process. He said the proposed law introduces electronically generated voter identification, including a downloadable voter card with a unique QR code. He added that the bill mandates presiding officers to transmit polling unit results electronically, including the total number of accredited voters. Bamidele said the legislation also standardizes delegates for indirect primaries to prevent party leaders from unilaterally determining delegate criteria. He said the committees on the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in both chambers will soon submit their report for close-by-close consideration. Bamidele said the reform are intended to guarantee credible, transparent, and secure elections beginning with the 2027 polls. The Senate leader said the next 16 months will be demanding as the previous period, with the renewed focus on electoral reforms and governance restructuring. He said lawmakers will devote quality time to the consideration of the 2026 appropriation bill presented by the president to a joint session of the National Assembly. Well, I think that is all about that. The Electoral Act is what is of very much interest, important to the Nigerian populace, because it is the Electoral Act that gives you the guidelines to any election. Each election or any election must have its own guidelines. So if the guidelines are not clearly spelled out, it definitely means that you are not going to have free, fair, and credible elections. So Nigerians have been yearning to have a free, fair, and credible election. And from what is coming from the National Assembly, if what they are saying is something to go by, I think it's go a long way in shaping our democracy. The Senate said vote buying, anybody caught, engaged in vote buying from the proposed bill, there's going to be a fine of 5 million naira and 2-year imprisonment, and of course a 10-year ban from contesting election. That's for any, candidate who is actually, caught buying vote. I think from this bill, if it scales through and becomes a law, you are going to face a ban of 10 years. And for any offense such as vote buying that is being perpetrated by any other person, either official or party member, I think it's going to be a fine of 5 million naira plus 2 years imprisonment, 2 year prison term. So these are very, very good if there's going to be a political goodwill in delivering this bill to make it a reality, and for the executive on the other way to assent to it and make it a law, gazette it, and follow it to the latter to make sure that there is justice take place. And again, one very important aspect of the electoral bill that I want us to look at, which is very, very important, has to do with the transmission of results. Yes, very, very important. It said, Badeggi said, the provision is aimed at eliminating impunity and strengthening the credibility of Nigerians' electoral process, which is very, very good. He said the bill is introducing electronically generated voter identity, which is another very, very important aspect of the bill that will be so exciting if it's actually saw the light of the day. And of course, there is a kind of a downloadable voter card with a unique QR code. This is very, very important. That's what we do. The world has advanced technologically. Some of the things that you think is very difficult with technology, you can make things easy. So our election can be made easy, but it's important that the National Assembly have to own up to its responsibility to make sure that they bring Electoral Act that will be hitch free of bias, and all sentiments should be removed. Because if you find yourself in a position of making a law, and you are thinking towards enacting a law or legislating on a law that will in a short time have direct benefit to you, are you not looking at future that probably after leaving the office for some times you are not in a privileged position and you want to come back, and the Electoral Act that you legislated on, which is on a personal ground or selfish ground, will have a consequences on you whenever you want to have a return to the National Assembly or any of the electoral positions. So this is the more reason why in everything you do, you have to put the spirit of the nation first before your own selfish interests. Be nationalistic. Try to see that what you are going to present before the public, what you are going to present and preserve for the nation in the Electoral Act or in every of its legislation or law, it should be something that at the end of the day tomorrow it will not chase you, because we have seen many elected leaders trying to come out with either policy or legislation that will in turn be chasing them. So I think Nigerians will be waiting to see this new Electoral Act come to reality. And like what the Senate leader Bamidele have said, the National Assembly will going to be preoccupied or will be so busy with the issue of Electoral Act. The next 16 months that is before the National Assembly now, as he so claimed, as he so said, is going to be, focusing attention on having a very acceptable Electoral Act that will, ensure justice for all. And again, they will be centering their attention on act of governance, which is one of the problems we are facing in this country. Our people have now seen act of governance as a personal thing, and there is need for caution. There is need for us to go into it and look at it again holistically, so that our act of governance in Nigeria will be in accordance with global best practice. We shouldn't be practicing democracy as if the people who gave you the mandate are in a state of conquer. Anything you want to do for people, you need to seek for their consent, because this is democracy. Democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. and whatsoever policy and program you have to present or you have to execute must go in accordance with the yearning and aspiration of the people. Do not look at governance as something that is a privilege for me to drop a legacy. Now, there's nothing bad in dropping a legacy. The legacy you want to drop, how are you sure that it is what the people want, what will stand the test of time? It shouldn't be something that you want to do for few individuals to press you. So that is one of the trouble the country is facing now. So I think at this point in time, I would like to open the phone line to give you the opportunity. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a conversation about the proposed electoral bill 2027 that is before the National Assembly. Like we've said, in the bill, the National Assembly is proposing a fine of 5 million naira, 5,000 naira, 5 million, for vote buying. Anybody caught buying or selling vote will be arrested and will be fined 5 million naira with 2-year prison term. Again, if you are a candidate caught buying or selling vote, there's going to be 10-year ban for you to contest election. So probably we don't know whether the Electoral Act is going to say that if you are being caught even at the process of that election, you will be banned. You understand? You'll be disqualified and banned for 10 years. I think that will be better. So again, in the bill, there is transmission of result that will be done electronically, and of course a lot of technology will be brought into it. So if this scale to, how do you see the future of Nigerian democracy? Do you see hope in this Electoral Act? And going forward, is this Electoral Act is being enacted, will it improve Nigerian democracy? You can reach us on 0913857900001, and of course on our Facebook page you can follow us at Badeggi Radio 90.1 MZ FM, and of course on YouTube you can follow us at Badeggi Radio 90.1 TV, so you can comment and like the page to have more and more of our program. Let's take our very first call of the day. Hello.
Good morning, Usman Apaya.
Good morning, Comrade Ahmed.
Usman Apaya, it's very good to make the law, but putting the law to work is another thing. 5 million naira for anybody caught buying vote.
Not 30. If you are being caught, if you are selling vote buying, yes, you'll be fined 5 million naira. 5 million.
Marketing vote.
Yes, 5 million naira.
5 million naira.
With a 2 years prison term.
Good. Then he who gave the money for the vote buying, what is his own penalty?
That's for the person buying the vote. If you are a candidate caught
if I'm the buyer, what of if I'm the buyer, what of the seller? Let's put it that way.
The bill will provide more explanation, but so far so good. So some of the nitty-gritty of the bill. Vote buying will cost you, you'll be fined 5 million naira. And of course, if you are a candidate caught in the act, you will be banned from contesting election for the next 10 years.
That's very interesting. Because it's only when you deal with the person that is selling the vote, that's when you get it right. Because one thing in Nigeria is that you providing law on the ground is another thing. But those that are the lawmakers also, at the end of the day, become the lawbreakers. But let's see if it will play out in 2027. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 09138579001. We are looking at 2027 proposed electoral act that is before the National Assembly. What do you think about this proposed electoral act? Will it improve Nigerian democracy, and will those who are making the law will actually respect the law? Because that's the situation we have been facing in the country. You have those making the law, breaking the law. Do you see hope in this bill? Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Na ce ba?
Yes, sir.
Kada kowa ya samu surprising cewa yaron Atiku ya shiga APC. Kada kowa ya samu wannan abun nan, saboda ba mu sani ba abun da ya kai shi wurin daban, abun da kuma mutane suke duba daban.
Ba maganan yara Atiku muke ba, muna maganan sabon tsari ne na zaɓe da za a yi na shekara 2027. Majalisar dattijai da majalisar tarayya ma tana maganan cewa za a samar da doka wanda za ta kula da zaben 2027 wanda duk wanda aka kama yana saya ko da sayarwar ƙuri'a za a ci shi tare miliyan 5 sannan kuma zai je gidan yari na shekara 2 idan kuma kai dan takara ne aka kama ka kana yin wannan ainihin almundahanan to za a dakatar da ka a contesting election na tsawon shekara 10 shi ne abin da muke kallo da kuma
to abin da nake son fada kan wannan ba kana idan mai gidana misali ya aiki cewa ga kudi ka je ka sayan da za ka yi ka siya mini kati wanda zan yi mini misali sai aka zo aka kama ni ka gani abun zai shafi ogana din nan ne ko dai ni da aka samu da kudi a hannu zan saya shine za a kama kawai
ai idan ba wai za su kama ka haka kawai su kai ka abin gaba ne ai akwai kotu kuma tana amfani da shaida ne za a yi bincike a gani cewa me da menene kai na laifi akan wannan abin shine za a yi maka hukunci. Yes. This is the bill that is before the National Assembly. If you need any further clarification, you will have to wait for the bill to come out. But what the National Assembly is saying is that for vote buying, if you are being caught in the act of vote buying, you will be fined 5 million naira and 2 years of prison term. And for candidate contesting election or candidate in election caught in the act will be banned for 10 years. That is the little. I think at this point we want to take a little breather to bring you the news flash. And when we come back, we're going to continue with the program. Please stay and don't go anywhere.
Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM.
News.
Get the latest news in Nigeria and the world on Badeggi Radio. We give you the latest updates and keep you informed 10 a.m. every morning with News Flash. Keep up with what is happening on the globe with news at 12 noon and get more information with news at 5 p.m. Get all you need to know in one place.
News. A very wonderful good morning to you and welcome to Badeggi Radio News Flash. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu has held a strategic meeting with the Electricity Commission of Nigeria aimed at deepening collaboration among the different stakeholders in Nigeria's power sector. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria, Abuja, has fixed today for a ruling on a suit filed by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and the FCT administration against leaders of the Joint Union Action Committee. And the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, has made their position known on the joint ultimatum by the Trade Union Congress and the Nigeria Labour Congress over consolidated medical salary structure CONMES. And that's the news flash. Thank you for listening and do stay tuned by 12 noon for the full bulletin.
Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM.
Listeners, you're welcome back to your favorite program, the Badeggi Radio Link. And this morning we are looking at the 2027 proposed Electoral Act, which is before the National Assembly. In the proposal, the National Assembly is proposing a 5-year 5 million fine for vote buying with 2 years imprisonment, and for candidate found in the act of vote buying candidate in election will be banned for 10 years. And they are still proposing electronically transmission of results, and a lot of technology will be incorporated into the Electoral Act, into the 2027 election, if the bill scaled through in the National Assembly and assented to by the president. So we might be seeing a lot of changes in the 2027 general election if the National Assembly stay put to make sure that they come out with Electoral Act that will see that Nigerian election is being will be credible in terms of credible and fair to all. So the Electoral Act, if signed into law, used in the election, it is suspected that a lot of malpractices will be level of will be curtailed to some higher levels. So we hope and pray that this see the light of day. So let's return to our caller to hear their own views. Hello.
Hello, Usmafaya.
Yes. Good morning, MK Mafia.
Good morning, Usmafaya.
Good morning.
I think I heard what you said, and I believe they are the lawmaker and they are the lawbreaker. So if the law can work in Nigeria, it's a good idea. But they have said it. To implement the law is the main problem now. Because they can just say it in mouth, but to make it work, I don't think it will work. But in that very day, we put our eyes on them and listen to what is happening and what will be going to happen at that very day first. We are waiting for them. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think somebody is I think very soon you will be having program with INEC. We hope you're going to bring this issue.
Okay.
This because somebody is now asking. There is one thing I see. This voter, though it's a proposed bill, but I think this INEC should be having knowledge about this. This transmission of votes,
okay.
and in the bill they said your voter's card can be re-downloaded. That can be downloaded, and so that sometimes people misplace their voter's card.
Yeah.
But if they can remember number or something, they will just
go online.
Go online there, because I think machine should be provided. Because from what I'm seeing here in the proposed bill, said electronically generated voter identification, including a downloadable voter card with a unique QR code.
Okay.
So I think that's why will be done in the polling.
It will be done there. From the English, it is self-explanatory. I think they want to do it the way the NIN is.
The NIN.
The way the national
yes, everything, every information can be generated.
Can be generated on it, and it will be a good one. It will be a good one if you can just log into the website when you misplace, instead of coming down to the office and wasting your resources and everything. You can just download the card online and to vote with it. It will be a good one. We need to make our electoral system less complicated, because it is the complexity is just too much. We need to simplify it. We need to reach a stage in our electoral system where you can even be in your house and even vote, where you don't even need to even go to the polling unit itself to even vote. With just logging in on your phone, putting in your details and everything, you can vote from your house and you'll be seeing the results in real time.
We hope in your program politics.
Hopefully tomorrow afternoon we'll be having INEC.
So listeners, you'll be having INEC will be here with a bill on politics now 101, so that you can have more of this voter education from the INEC. So stay tuned, or as always, to listen to the radio. You can get more information that will be helpful to you, and of course, as you follow the government, you will know what is expected of you as citizens and what is expected of the government to you. So always keep your ears to the ground. Hello.
Yes, man. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Jumu.
Of course, severally you are not picking, and people are talking other issues. You can force this number to call.
we are doing what we think is important that we're doing. This explanation we are making.
Then you should have allowed to hold on now. What's the need calling and nobody is responding?
We're doing something that is very important. You know, calling here is more or less a privilege. You know, some people who have called severally, they could not get us. If you are privileged to have gotten us, I think you should make use of that opportunity.
That's what I'm telling you. It's a privilege. They allow me to make use of it.
But you don't have to tell me that, because you wouldn't know what I am doing here. What I'm doing is very important. So in as much as your call is important, other thing I'm trying to do here is equally important. So can we just
don't argue unnecessarily. You just
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. You don't tell me what to do.
We don't want people to call. It's a simple.
You don't call to tell us. See, you don't know. We do a lot of things here. You understand? And you can't just call and try to tell us what to do. Because if the system fails now, you wouldn't be the person to now actually say so. And we have to provide explanation. And we feel it's important. The call is a privilege, so that we can have the information. We can have a conversation. In as much as I want to have conversation, we should have a control of that conversation. So please, let's understand ourselves. Hello. Yes.
Please don't get annoyed.
No, I'm not getting annoyed now.
You know, we that are frequent in calling, we know what is inside. And as a presenter, sometimes you lay your preamble just the way you said, but he refused to listen to you. Please just go on with the program. Thank you.
0913-857-900 and is number to call and join the conversation. We have our Facebook page at Badeggi Radio 90.1 MHZFN. You post your comment, it shall be read there. And of course, on YouTube, you can follow us at Badeggi Radio 90.1 TV. You drop your comment there, like, and of course, comment on the page so that you can have more and more of our program. We are looking at the 2027 proposed Electoral Act that is before the National Assembly, and we are looking at some of the provisions there that will be very, very healthy. What do you think about that? Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Good morning, Mr. Wapaya.
Good morning, sir.
I want to advise you. Don't be annoyed with calling. If people are not interested in your program, they will not call. That is humor. You just tell them sorry. That is nothing more than that.
Okay.
This radio is people's radio. That is my advice. My name is Yahweh.
Oh, thank you very much.
Are you hearing?
I can hear you loud and clear, sir. Oh, we lost that call. So, Mr. Jimo, I sincerely want to apologize. I don't mean to, be arrogant. So I'm very, very sorry if you feel, offended for my acts. Very, very sorry. And to all the listeners, very sorry. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, MD Awal.
I always appreciate you for bringing a volatile topic for discussion.
Thank you, sir.
Usman, for me, I'm looking as if most of the amendment, if you not work in this country, do you know why? Most of the motions and bills being brought to the floor of the National Assembly, how many of the lawmakers are they good at implementing it in Usman Apaya? You can see the country will find itself which most of the law being made by the lawmakers. How many of the law being made by the lawmakers are implemented in this country? So most of the amendment of the electoral law, I don't think it will work, especially the one you mentioned now. Most of the lawmakers, are they not the one that used to give money to most of the electorate to vote them in? After you vote them in, will you see them again? So I don't think that amendment, for me, I'm not seeing as if it will work, honestly. Because those lawmakers, they have enough money, you understand, to buy their electorate. Just as may Allah feel alive to that time, you see what I'm observing. Right. Because most of them now decided to be giving peanut to many Nigerians, so that Nigerians will vote them in. After the election, you will not see them again. They will just find a place, you understand, to be staying in Abuja and other places, which you will never see them again until the time of election. So it's only God that will see us through. If not, a lot of things have gone wrong in this country, honestly. Yeah, let's see us through. That's my take.
Thank you very much, MDL, for that wonderful contribution. 0913-857-90001 is the number to call. Hello. I think we lost.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you.
All right. There was was a man that spoke before MD Hour.
Yes, sir.
I think that man is a good man. He's a complete person. He has a sense of humor.
Thank you, sir.
This radio is there for all of us if the privilege is given. And it's not good for a man to be pointing out at a place that looks like a weak area. And then you grow annoyed and you call the person off. Things are not done that way. I want to advise, let's learn more mannerisms so we sit together. What you did is very wrong. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, I think those watching on the Facebook will see if I actually cut it off. We will see the Facebook. It was the network that cut off the phone, the call. And you can go back to the Facebook and see it back again if it's me that caught it. It's network. So please don't pick offense. I say for the second time, apology. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Farah.
Good morning, sir.
Please, let's keep aside what happened between you and that caller.
Yes, sir.
That one is bygone. Because what he did, to me, that's my mind, what he did was wrong. He spoke as if he knew you before. If he knew you before, after the program, he can meet you and correct you. Not in this way and manner. Anybody can make mistakes. And for me, I didn't see any mistake because you are trying to tell people the next thing that will follow after this program or tomorrow. So me, I didn't see anything. And concerning the Electoral Act,
yes,
I think it is good for Nigeria. And if the Senate and the National Assembly in general can allow it to work or allow it to scale through, we must start somewhere in this country. And I believe in this country presently things are not moving well. So we must start doing something to change things for the better. People that will enforce the law are the problems now. Because to me, Nigerians are not honest. Is it the law enforcement agencies, police, or DSS, or who that will monitor the offenders? And actually, if these offenders are arrested, will they be punished? Or there will be what the outside will say, Alfruma, please, 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 please. That's the problem. So in this country, sometimes things don't work. That's why people are doubting whether this will work. But to me, let us try it and see if it succeeds. We must change. One time or the other, there must be change in this country. So I believe Nigerians are not abiding, even though many of us are not disciplined. Like what that man did. He didn't show maturity and discipline. And to me, for his boy, he's not a small boy. And look at the way he behaved. I hope we will begin to change in this country. Our problem in this country is indiscipline. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 09138579001 is number to call. We are looking at the 2027 proposed Electoral Act before the National Assembly. In the Electoral Act, we are talking about fine for vote buying, $5 million fine for vote buying, 2 years imprisonment, and of course, candidates who actually partake in that act will be banned for 10 years. Yes, they will not contest election for the next 10 years. Let's take it to the Facebook page. We have this one coming from Alhaji Bello Jato Kushoki. Say, we pray it works. Yes. Ibrahim Saleh said, Nigerian Electoral Act 2022 brought reforms like electronic result transmission and direct primaries to enhance fairness. With ongoing bill amendments targeting state elections in 2026, however, passing laws differs sharply from enforcement. Lawmakers often break them through rigging, godfatherism, and tech failure, as seen in 2023 polls. Nullified in Kano and Plateau. In states like Niger, issues persist despite innovation. True change demand judicial oversight, tech audit, and accountability. Nigeria must prioritize national unity over tribalism to make reforms work, turning state into a democratic model. I so submit. This one is coming from Bala Benu Etuge. He said, Mr. Ibile, Mr. Usman Apaya and listeners, the shenanigans and the proposed 5 billion naira penalty for vote buying is laughable. Let me take this call first before I come back to Balabenu Edga's call. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Michael, calling from Chantaga.
Okay, Michael, welcome to the program.
My input to this discussion is going to be very brief.
Yes.
I think all these cosmetic laws are just meant for the three arms. That is between the judiciary, legislative, and the executive. I think it is not meant for the masses. So these things are just being designed to deceive the masses because they will always decorate the law the way it will suit them. So my advice is this. He who allows himself to be a scapegoat by accepting any token for the sake of buying any election should find himself to be blamed. So let us not be deceived. That is my input, please.
Thank you very much for that very apt contribution. It's very important. Yes, coming back to the Facebook page, Balabenu is saying the shenanigans and proposed 5 billion naira penalty for vote buying is laughable. Even if these laws are passed, they are the ones who will bastardize it. The problem of this country is both judiciary and legislative arms of government. Even when the laws are passed, they are not really implemented, and it's unfortunate. This man talking about calm down, call no, I don't want to read this message, but thank you very much for your contributions. We have another one coming from Sudex Usman. Said, good morning all. It is not by making law, it's by working with it. They will hide and do their thing. Thank you. Adamu Muhammad said it can only be reduced but cannot be completely eliminated. The ruling party always feel they have, they can do and undo. Thank you very much. To the call. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Apara.
Good morning, sir.
This is Hamza Paiku.
Okay, you're welcome to the program, sir.
Yeah, the only thing that this law will work is by doing the right thing. It's not to be making a lot of law that people will not abide by, especially those who have been appointed or elected in their office. So doing the right thing and that's here, God is the only way that we can get out from all this problem we are in this country.
You think the penalty for vote buying will not scare them away from, buying people's conscience?
No, that problem will only bounce on the rich people.
Okay, on the rich.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we, the poor, we are always law abiding. If the necessary thing is going to be done to us, everything is going to move forward. Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity given to me.
Thank you very much for your call. Yes, we have this one from Aisha Jibril. She said, good morning all. Thank you very much, Aisha. To the callers. Hello.
Hello, Usman Apaya.
Yes, Comrade Ahmed.
Sorry, Usman Apaya.
Yes.
Do you know the lesson I learned?
No.
And I want Nigerians to learn? The electorate will be at the receiving end.
How?
If they caught you buying vote, you will be charged with 5 million naira, and you go to is it both, or it's either you pay 5 million naira or you go to 2-year jail? That's what I don't understand. Or the both. So what I want you to understand is that now, let me call it like a setup. You have to be very careful. If they give you money and you are being caught, the person that gave you the money might deny you, and by that time the law won't listen to you. It's either you go and sell your family house and get the 5 million naira for the government, or you go to prison and serve 2 years. So it's a lesson for us. Let's all learn. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we have not gone into the election, but the way and manner people are conscripted into one party or the other with allegedly, following financial, money bag that is going on. Most of the conscripting we are seeing today, it has been alleged to be, handiwork of, those who have the resources to make sure that they bring people into their fold financially. I don't know. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Sapaya.
Yes, sir.
I said, is this law go to also these people delegates? Is this law passed through them too?
Yes, I think
the delegates.
It's a whole holistic bill that is before the National Assembly, because it's looking at the entire electoral process from the primaries, party primaries, to the general election and the aftermath of the election. I think all is it's all encompassing. All these processes, the rules and regulation guiding the election will be embedded in the bill. So by the time they are done with the bill, we're going to see if it will actually shaping our democracy, because vote buying is one of the evil things that is happening during our elections.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Eddie Angulu from Barakisale.
Yes. Like I said, INEC will be here tomorrow. I think they will provide some voter education so that you will know, because what is happening is that we don't listen to enlightenment program and educative programs that will keep us safe in our environment. So most importantly, during periods like this, election is a seasonal thing, and if you miss the opportunity, you will have to wait for like 4 years before it comes back, and that is why you need to get yourself enlightened and oriented so that you don't make a mistake that you have to suffer for it for the next 4 years. And if it is a mistake that is being done ignorantly, the law does not accept ignorancy. So you will have to make sure that every platform that is out to give you an information and educate you about how to go about voting in any election, I think you don't have to miss that platform. You'll have to wait, stick to it, put your ears to ground, listen to all the explanation that is going to come out from that, so that at least you can use that one as a buffer to go into election without ignorance. So 09138570 is the number you will call to make some comments and contribution on this program. Hello. Alaikum salam, sir. Kaɗan buɗe muryanka mu ji sautin.
Abubakar Sawaji daga nan Korokma.
Okay.
Wannan majalisar dokoki na Abuja wanda suke kawo da dokta su ne za su kare wannan dokoki, domin in aka lokacin zabe su za su raba kuɗi ma mutane talakawa cikin a zabe su, da gwamnan da ɗan majalisa da chairman da kasuwa su za su kare wasu doka. Assalamu alaikum.
To Alexalam, amma kamu yanke kauna mu dai mu let's have trust, let's be optimistic. Kamu yanke kauna mu ce kawai in muka ce kawai su ne za su yi, su za su bata, muna ƙara musu ƙarfin gwiwa ne, mu nuna cewa ai mu ma mun damu da al'amarin doka na ƙasa. Yes, we have a Facebook message from here. We have Jibrim Bala. He said, Good morning, Apaya. It's not about making law. We pray it will have direct impact to the ordinary Nigerians. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir. Mr. Apaya.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Habib. I'm calling from Kure Market.
Okay, you're welcome, Mr.
Now, technology has gone beyond what we are thinking. If our leader wants to do the right thing, they should find means to get Nigeria INEC an electoral device. In the sense that you will be at your own, there will be a code that you will dial, even if you are not using Android. By the time you dial the code, there will be a party that you dial into it with your name. If you are not registered with INEC, your name, you won't be able to vote. And as soon as you vote, the moment you vote, you submitted the vote, your vote you cast. Till we redirect, not until maybe they are going to any collation center to make any combination of the election being casted. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think it's important that we have to educate ourselves. We shouldn't be so optimistic. We shouldn't give up very quickly. Let's have trust and confidence in the process. As it comes, it is technology that is going to be deployed and it's going to be done in your presence. So let's have confidence in the process. That's the only thing I can say. Let's take the last call for the day. Hello.
The result will be transmitted electronically. I think we have not discussed that yet. But what I want to say is that how certainty are they? Because they have said it severally and then we end up coming back to manually. But let's see if INEC will be tomorrow. And then for emphasis, please, can you give time so that those that will listen to the program tomorrow will take to the time? Thank you.
Yes, I think the time is 11. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. here on this radio. And with Ibile, Sani Abdullah Ibile. Now, I think it's important. That's all about the call we can take here, but it's important. You must understand. Let's disabuse your minds of the minds of those who think votes doesn't count in Nigeria. Recall that President Muhammadu Buhari have been contesting election for almost four times before he eventually have it his way, and that is courtesy of aside from voters, it is courtesy of the card reader that was being introduced into the system, which became so difficult for the riggers to rig election. You can't do election without rigging, but it has drastically curtailed the level of rigging, and Buhari got victory. So let's have confidence in this system that is coming. It is going to be full of a lot of technology is going to be introduced into it. So let's have the confidence. If you can use your handset to do transaction without failing, let's equally feel that this one too is going to give us relatively the much needed result. Our vote is going to count. Our vote has always been counting. If you see vote didn't count, you cast your vote and you do not protect your vote. So I think this technological advancement that is going to be introduced into it will go a long way in helping to protect our votes. So let's have confidence in the National Assembly. Let's have confidence in the INEC. And of course, let's say something when we see something. If we allow them to be on their own, definitely they are human beings. They might add. They may go, they may drill. So the only way to stop them from drilling is to make sure that every bit part of the process, we are taking part in it, we are following, we are acting and demand immediate answers. Well, listeners, this is where the curtain falls on this program for today. We sincerely like to thank you for listening to this program as always, and of course for all those who have actually make sure that this program becomes a reality. This bright promise this morning, we want to appreciate you so much, and of course I am Usman Apaya. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
.1 FM. Killer. Exclusive from mp3bullets.com.
I'm gonna jump so cool. And my people that go jump so cool. Boss man, you go jump so cool. When the bed do they enter body, all the girl them go shake their body. They go shake their body. Oluwabana mukbona belly. They mukbona belly. You know the money you take up police. Me I they love you gone. Say I take grace and no number, but I go spray you the money on your mouth. You supposed to know, say me not be newcomer. So my baby make you no go dollar. When the bed they enter body, on